everyone. Sarah Belmonte here. We are going to be talking about LinkedIn expert Deanna Russo. She's going to be with us all month long. And of course, we have two networking meetings. That's June 7th and June 21st, 9:30 online. All business owners are welcome. But today we are getting to go live with Deanna Russo, and she's a LinkedIn expert who is also a mompreneur. Of course, we love to bring real life mompreneurs to you that are in the trenches of life, which was wonderful because she has children of various ages. And we were just talking about mom life and what it was to just get on this call.
Everything is a challenge. Everything is a juggling act.
It is. But you know what, Deanna? I feel like that's what makes us even stronger. I mean, we are such unique beings when you have to, juggle a business and a family. I feel like you really start to fine tune exactly what you need. And then as soon as you get comfortable, it changes.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Right.
Always keeping us on our toes.
Yes. Well, welcome to Moms Out Marketing. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I will tell you, normally I don't go live on LinkedIn, but I know that you're telling us that we need to start doing this. So I was sure to add us on. If you're live, please say hello in the comments. Let us know what city you're in, which state. And if you're a business owner, hey, tag your business. Let us know where you're at.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm so happy to. So tell me a little bit of what it took to get you online today.
Sure. So this morning was quite interesting. First of all, it started yesterday with the Central Time, Eastern Time. And then once we figured that out, then this morning I was like, okay, so up and out of the house to go to the high school to drop off fundraiser money for the middle school cheer fundraiser. Then we went to gymnastics, and that's where my oldest, my 13-year-old, will be for the majority of the day today. She's a team gymnast, so she spends her days at the gym. And then went out to coffee with the local Chamber of Commerce membership person. And we had actually a really nice coffee. It was so nice to meet. I meet so many people virtually, so it's so nice to meet someone face to face. And so that's a possibility. I may be joining that in the next few months. And then I got home and got another child ready to go to a birthday party before I come. So this is life. This is life.
I can relate. I will tell you, 5 minutes before this call, I went live on Instagram and I guess probably actually, let me rewind to the start of the day. We have a sitter for the second time. Woohoo! Okay. To try and help out. I was getting on the live, and my son wasn't, he's still getting used to things. So I'm sitting here like 30 minutes before trying to bribe my baby with blueberries. Like that's his thing. So I'm like, let's bribe. And so I did go on a little story live on Instagram and said, hey, I'm keeping it real. My son is so upset and I'm fixing to go live. So just send me patience, send me love, because mompreneurs, we get it. It is a juggling act, but we're here to tell you that it is so worth it. And that's what the Moms Out Marketing community has been built for, to help you create that balance, laugh along the way, give you a tribe that you can be social with, that you can learn with, that you can grow with, and that's here to support you. So thank you so much, Deanna, for coming in. Kristen Marr, I'm so glad that she introduced us.
Yes, Kristen's awesome.
Yes, Kristen, if you're on, tell us hello. So tell me about your expertise. How did you come about becoming a LinkedIn expert?
Yeah, so my LinkedIn journey began back in 2008. And back then, LinkedIn was at the start of its, it launched in 2005. So it was just the first few years. And it was really launched as an online resume. And that's pretty much how I treated it for about 10 years. In 2018 is when I took a sales job. And that company wanted me to use LinkedIn as the primary way to bring in new business. And so I said, well, I have this profile, so I'm already on it, but let's spend more time and see what it's all about. And so what I realized very soon into that job was that cold call messaging, and if anyone is on LinkedIn, they know that it happens on a regular basis. Those spam messages of people who don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, or you don't trust them and you don't like them, but they're sending you those messages. Well, hello, I was one of those people for a few weeks.
No,
then
no,
it all changed. It all changed because I realized this is not the way to do it. There has got to be a better way. And so I started creating content. I started having conversations on LinkedIn, off LinkedIn, and I grew, Sarah. I grew my following on LinkedIn from 400 when I was online resume mindset to now I'm over 28,000 followers on a platform. And it's because of a strategy that I created. And I made it for myself very useful. And now I help other people. It's about your profile. It's about engagement, which is basically going out to LinkedIn and having conversations with people. And it's about content. That's essentially the triangle. And regardless of what your end goal is, you can do all three of them. So
awesome. Okay, so you said, let me rewind. You said from 400 to 28,000.
yes.
Okay, and how long did that take?
Well, I've been on the platform very active now for 5 years. So it's almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years this summer that I've been super active on it. So yeah, and it's all organic. People will ask me, did you pay for this? Did you advertise? It's all organic. Once I figured out what worked for me, I can help other people. Leverage Up was started a little over 3 years ago. And how I work with my clients is based all on that triangle strategy.
Awesome. Okay, so from 400 to 28,000, that was over a span of 5 years. I want you to connect with Deanna Russo right now. We're sharing her links right down on the bottom of your screen at Leveraged Up. Connect with her on LinkedIn, especially before our Wednesday call. We all need to be connected, and so you can watch this live, of course. So I love that there's a strategy. I think it's very important. That's something we always teach our mompreneurs in our group. You know, people will say, how many times do I need to post? What do I need to do? And if you go in there with any platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or LinkedIn, and don't have a strategy, you're really just kind of spinning your wheels, would you say?
Absolutely, spinning your wheels. And another metaphor is you're the hamster going around in his little wheel and you're not going anywhere and you're guessing what you need to do. And so with my strategy, I take all the guesswork out of it and people know how they need to show up in their profile and they know where they need to be going for those conversations and they know when and how to create that content that is going to become that megaphone that creates the visibility that you need once you do all the three. The first is about your profile and how you brand yourself, but then the other two components are really about visibility. And now, Sarah, there are 930 million people on LinkedIn. So if you're not standing out on that platform, then you're blending in.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Do you find that there are particular businesses, because we have a wide range in Moms Out Marketing in our extended communities, do you find that there's a particular business that LinkedIn is most helpful for, or maybe that, you know, they don't need to know about LinkedIn?
Well, I will tell you that one category of business that people think of when they think of LinkedIn is B2B, business to business. And I would tell people that if you are in a B2C category, there are still opportunities for you on LinkedIn. So don't think that it is just B2B. There is a heavy B2B presence there, but it's not just B2B. I will say that if you are a business owner and you have a business that you really want to get the word out about, which, hello, the majority of us are business owners who want to get the word out about our business, there is plenty of opportunities for you on LinkedIn. And it is just about showing up. And I will tell you that that triangle I created, if I was creating a square out of that triangle, the fourth piece would be consistency. Because if someone is showing up on, whether they're showing up Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever it is, and they're not consistent about it, then they're going to miss a piece. So you have to consistently show up.
I think that is key to really any business, that consistency. What are you wanting to show your clientele? So thank you for pinpointing that tip. When you said we go business to business, business to consumer, I'm in the construction industry. So I own Design Remodel Pros. Do you feel it's also helpful for my industry? I am on LinkedIn and I have a high profile, but I don't. I'm not on there as much as I should be. This is horrible, but
That's okay. That's okay.
I forgot my password. So I have been on for a little bit. And it wasn't until that's why I love Moms Out Marketing, because it keeps us accountable. Like these are platforms we need to be on. And so, we're accountability partners. And I know you even say that with your Leveraged Up. I'm your accountability partner for LinkedIn. So hold me accountable. I wrote down my password. I got it. I posted before here, but do you think people, even in maybe like construction or service industry, I feel like it would help them with helping with credibility, but what other ways would it help for industries in this that are service industries? Pardon me.
Yeah, it not just credibility, but getting the word out about what you do in your geographic area. There are the chambers that are on geographically. If you're just working in one specific part of the states, you can connect with people in a geographic area. Or if you are virtual like me, you can work anywhere. So it's about connecting with, you have to think about it this way, Sarah, when you're working in an industry that you don't know is underrepresented, it's all about testing the waters. It's all about figuring out who are the people that I want to see me, who are the people who have the conversations with those people, so the introducers of those people, and then going to those conversations. And that's really a big part of the strategic engagement that I teach. So I'm basically taking people into areas of LinkedIn that are underutilized and saying, this is where you need to start showing up. And people need to think about LinkedIn as a big face-to-face networking event. That's what it's about. You can't just post something and then not show up for another week, because that's basically going into a face-to-face networking event and passing out business cards and then leaving. You have to stick around and have the conversations.
Yes. Well, I mean, before, when I was on LinkedIn, I was more active, and I had where I utilized a scheduling program that actually scheduled on my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and my Instagram. Now, I did shy away from that since I forgot my password. Anybody else forgot their password if you're on the live? I mean, I wrote it down though, Deanna.
That's good.
But I really look to create I really to revive my LinkedIn, and I'm so glad that you're going to be joining us twice this month. That's on June 7th and June 21st. So if you're just joining in, look at the bottom. Those are the events that we're having. They're online. If you are a member, they're going to be recorded. I do hope you show up live though, because there's lots of questions that you can ask. She's going to be taking us through her own strategy. I love that this is your personal strategy that you created that you're going to be sharing with us. And we always like to have our speakers in twice that month, because the first time, I feel like you're getting your feet wet. You're just opening the door and figuring out, okay, where am I? You're assessing, where am I on LinkedIn? Do you have your password? Do you know how to post
That's the first
anymore?
one.
Yeah. Do you know how to post anymore? And then you're going to analyze, hey, I actually have a group, like Moms Out Marketing has a group. Can we add that into our Facebook profile? You know, who are my synergy partners that I need to be looking for? I mean, what I have utilized on LinkedIn are where you have your reviews. And something that we forget about is our community, our synergy partners, and even the people within our Moms Out Marketing group can do those reviews.
That's right. The recommendations on LinkedIn are essential. And I always compare them to going out to a restaurant. Chances are, if you try a new restaurant, you're going to look them up. You're going to look up this restaurant. And if you see reviews from 5 or 10 years ago, how good or how much trust would you put into going to that restaurant from 5 or 10 years ago? Same thing with LinkedIn. If I go to someone's LinkedIn profile and I see recommendations that haven't been updated since 2013, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's 10 years ago. What has this person been doing for 10 years? So I try and not only encourage my clients when we're wrapped up working together to then put on testimonials, but everyone who has had experiences with me, whether they've been in presentations or webinars or wherever they've seen me, if they've been on my LinkedIn audio events, I encourage people to post recommendations because those are really testimonials to you and your services. And so I'm proud 3 years into this to say I've got 63 recommendations on my LinkedIn profile. I try to have at least one a month, if not more. And they're just very good testimonials for people to see that this is a person worth trusting and worth following. So.
No, and I really appreciate that because I think so many times we talk about our profile pics, is that updated? But we're going in depth here where we need to look at not just the profile pics, we need to look at the recommendations. Do you even have your current position on there? Because that may have changed. Also the size of your business. So there's a lot of information we can put on LinkedIn, and when we're looking to connect with other professionals, other synergy partners, LinkedIn has been a great platform. Can you tell me, is there anything we need to have prepared for our June 7th, that's Wednesday at 9:30 Central Standard Time?
I think that one thing to think about going into Wednesday is, what do you do? Who do you serve? How do you serve? So keep those in mind, because as we look at the profile, as we look at the conversations, as we look at your content, you should be showing up in every single one of those categories. Because if there's any question marks in your banner photo, for example, your about section, the conversations that you're having on LinkedIn, who you're commenting on, where you're commenting, and how you're commenting, that doesn't answer who am I, who do I serve, what is my differentiator, then that's where we need to bring it all together. That's really how you need to be showing up, because you can be connected to people, but are those the right people? You can be visible to people, but are those the right people? So it's about being visible and having conversations and people knowing exactly who you are and what you do.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Now, I know we're talking about the triangle strategy specifically on the June 7th. We are all, just like we heard your morning, you heard my morning, we're busy mompreneurs. We are juggling summer now. Most of the kids are out of school. Is this strategy going to help us really, is it going to work within our time frame of what we have throughout the day, or are we going to have to kind of live on LinkedIn?
You do not have to live on LinkedIn. And that's the one thing I have said countless times. I have 3 kids, Sarah. They are in all of the activities. I am in probably the busiest times and the busiest days as a mom. And it would be impossible for me to live on LinkedIn. I will tell you, I got home from my son's baseball game on Thursday night and found that my LinkedIn account was suspended. And I have to share this funny story. So the funny story about this is it was suspended because of automation. I'm not using automation, but because I host a LinkedIn audio event and I invited people to that LinkedIn audio event, LinkedIn thought, and it's actually quite funny, it's actually probably an automation process that went into that whole suspension. They thought that I was using automation to then invite people, which actually I wasn't. I am a big, solid proponent of not using automation on LinkedIn, of being a real human and doing everything that you need to be doing without using any vehicles to make that all happen. And so anyhow, I brought that up because I came home from the baseball game to see that happening. And then I'm like, okay, so how best do I explain what I am then going into? I posted the next morning about the frustration I was feeling. Within 4 hours, I got a message from LinkedIn Help saying this is a more thorough answer, actually, Sarah, than I've ever gotten from anyone. And I'm actually going to be on a phone call with LinkedIn, which is mind blowing to me, in just a couple days. So I want to go back to your question, though, because I shared that story and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I even answer what she asked me? So you're going to have to come back up and re-ask that question so I can make sure I got it in. Yes. But I need to share that story because I think your question was, do you need to be on 24/7? No, you don't. You just need to keep showing up consistently. And if you're just posting content as a business owner, as a mompreneur, and you aren't shaking hands with other people, then it's just a megaphone. So that's where the triangle comes in. Is it's about how you show up in your profile. It's about having those conversations, and it's about using that megaphone to get your content out there. So it's just a matter of using the time in the most efficient and effective way possible.
Not sure what happened. We had some technical difficulties.
Okay. So now I don't know where it cut off. Which part do I need to repeat?
I think you're good. I heard everything. I think we just lost imaging for a second. So you're good. Okay. Mompreneurs are good about rolling with the punches. But no, I think that's great because we always say concentrate on just a couple or maybe a few platforms just because it can get inundating. And I think it's so important because I think many business owners have kind of forgotten about the power of LinkedIn, and that I'm speaking also for myself. So that's why I'm really excited to kind of like re-energize what's happening on our LinkedIn profiles and helping us create those synergy partners. Also, remember, some of your synergy partners, yes, will be on Facebook, will be on Instagram and LinkedIn. The more they see you, the better, because they're getting that familiarity with you. They know that you're real and that you are consistently showing up.
Right. And keep this in mind. If you are on Facebook, if you're active on Facebook, you're active on Instagram, things work a little differently on LinkedIn. So whatever you copy and paste and put out there for your socials, the algorithm on LinkedIn is different. So keep that in mind, that you might need to tweak things a little bit and show up a little bit differently. And that's why we're really going to be honing in on what works specifically for LinkedIn.
Awesome. Yes, because I mean, even the hashtags, they've added hashtags and I don't know how they differentiate. So is that something you'll be talking to us in the trainings this month?
Yes, awesome. Absolutely.
Great. One thing I also wanted to add, as you were sharing about being on LinkedIn and the suspension that you shared, oftentimes people talk about Facebook jail and why it's so important. If you have Facebook jail, you're locked out of your LinkedIn or your Facebook now that they're connected, you can still post on LinkedIn. So try not to get suspended on all of them and you'll be okay.
Yeah. that would be hard.
Yes. And then, of course, you have your email list. So this is important. This is a great backup system when we talk about diversifying for your business. This is why we're offering these type of trainings in Moms Out Marketing. Deanna, I'm so excited to hear more from you this Wednesday and on June 21st. That's 9:30 Central Time. Is there any last words you want to share with us other than show up on LinkedIn?
Show up. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to having the conversation and bring your questions. If you have questions that you want me to tackle, feel free to follow and connect with me on LinkedIn and send me direct messages there. And I'm happy to answer some of those questions during the June 7th and June 21st trainings as well. So feel free. If there's something that's really bothering you, let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So everyone, go ahead and RSVP for the LinkedIn events happening this month. Thank you for everyone who showed up on the live. If you're watching the replay, definitely do #replay. We'd love to hear where you're at. Deanna, thank you for sharing your time and talent with us here at Moms Out Marketing and for being a mompreneur. We know it's not easy. So we will see you very soon. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Bye. Hey everyone, Sarah Belmonte with Moms Out Marketing, excited to bring you another business topic that we need to know about LinkedIn for your business. We're going to be talking about the triangle strategy, hashtags, groups, everything you need to know for LinkedIn. And when you need additional assistance, you can contact Deanna Russo, who's our LinkedIn expert, that's coming in this month. Thank you for joining us on our live. And you know that we want you to be a part of our tribe. If this is the first time you're getting to know us, come and join the networking. It is free. We do have a membership. We'd love for you to become a deeper part of our network. So we are a fun group. We have socials, we have philanthropy. June 19th, we have a kids' night in the park with the Plano Community Band. We'll also be doing some philanthropy with Love Packs Plano. So we're full of events. We also have a summer swim party coming up for members only. So whatever it is you're looking for in a tribe, I'm sure we have it for you. All right, we'll talk to you soon. If there's something you are interested in and we don't have it, then comment and let us know how we can help you. Have a blessed day. Sarah Belmonte, owner of Design Remodel Pros and founder of Moms Out Marketing, here to help you on the mompreneur journey. Bye-bye.